Welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Carolina Panthers. That's fielded in the end zone.
That's it. Look at him.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
8. 51. You must be getting tired of seeing me. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Look at him.
Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 35.
Let's go, baby.
A big play there for Carolina. 43 yards.
Hey! You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Joker, Joker. Joker, Joker. Off.
On first and 10, Newton. Wright's got it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really good.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Set, ready? 51. Here we go. Gun. Great. Pause. Come on, boys. 51. I got him. Go, Mike.
From the gun, here's Newton. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. His third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Lock and the Broncos going to come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Check. Kill.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. 22 yards there, a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
13 yards. And the Broncos first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch twist.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Show it.
Shoot.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Well, following the interception, here's Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Watch the run. Check 26. Watch out. Put it on.
Express. Let's rock now.
Throwing again. Newton. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To the side. 180.
Mike 47.
Gun.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Newton's Super Bowl nemesis, Von Miller, in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones at a 1st down. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
Here we go. Set. 90 Wolf.
Here we go.
Get ready.
On first and 10. It's Lindsey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
So after the loss of 2, here's second and 12 from the 23.
That's what I do.
Go!
Locked to throw on second down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Check. Crouch.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Get it!
Now it's Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready?
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Gun.
SOS.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to.
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks.
On second down, it's Lindsey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. So on the heels of the sack, they knock him backwards in the running game.
So now it's up to the offense coordinator talking directly into the helmet of his quarterback to instill a little bit of confidence here. Call the play with authority, call with confidence, and let him know this one is the winner.
Third and 11, and some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Throwing his lock on third down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent. And they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
What is it? Look at it.
Mike, 27. Let's go, defense. Hey.
Gun.
Spy.
Gun.
Spy. No. Share.
It's free. What is it?
On first down, Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Newton now to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Got it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
And that last penalty makes his third down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Hey, Delta.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. This is the tight end fan. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 6 yards in the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter, Lindsey. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
2nd and inches at the 40-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check. Lucky.
80 weapon. Get it.
Play action. Now it's Locke. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely 1st down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. He's got his tight end fan. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Greystone travel.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
In your face.
Fight.
Locke going to throw. Screen pass to Lindsey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try to pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
We're going to work.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to flip.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
36.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Mike West! Mike 47. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Operating from the gun. Newton trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
13 yards, first down, Panthers.
First and 10 at the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gun.
From the gun, Newton, quick slant, caught by Moore. The 30, 10, touchdown, Carolina. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. Hey, high 7. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9. Lock. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. That'll bring up 2nd down.
60 or.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. We own this.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. On 1st down, Locke. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Hit it.
Here's Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and test the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Go. Fight.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Locke working out of the gun. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Thomas has got it. Complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Operating in the red zone now, Greer. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may beat up with this team again.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
The Broncos on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
First down, Denver.
Ready.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Panthers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.